Alright guys, welcome back. We got another video. This one is on Feral Druids, your pre-raid BiS and your phase 1 BiS. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. I haven't talked about Feral Druids on my channel in a minute, so I'm very much looking forward to it. First things first, we're just like with every pre-raid BiS video I'm doing, we're going to go take a look at the talents. These are the talents that you should be running for optimized Feral DPS in Classic Wrath. Just a couple things to point out as we're moving forward. We are obviously not taking Survival Instincts as it is not needed as a point to be spent as Feral DPS purely. Everything else is pretty standard. These are the glyphs that we're going to be running, and these are the minor glyphs that we're going to be running. Nothing out of the ordinary here. It's pretty typical stuff. Moving on with the gear. Starting us off, in the headpiece, we are going with the engineering goggles. Now, the engineering goggles are pretty set in stone as your pre-raid BiS. You must be going engineering. It's very, very good on Feral and is the #1 DPS gain for all professions. Definitely want this. However, I will give a shout out to Mask of the Watcher. You drop a substantial amount of agility, but do gain some expertise. If you just need something to get by, this is going to be your next best option. As for neck, there's a couple options we could go here. The best one is definitely going to be the Emblem of Heroism, 25 emblems here just to get this one. However, huge shout out to Titanium Impact Choker, as this choker is amazing with good agility, attack power, and armor pin. If you can afford to get this crafted, go for it. Both options are solid. Shoulders, we're going to go with Spaulders of the Careless Thief. Now, we really need these shoulders because we're missing a lot of hit in our period gear. A lot of hit. We're actually gymming for it in big ways just to maintain our hit cap. However, I do want to point out, Demon Tooth is really not far behind in terms of just raw EP value to Spaulders of the Careless Thief. A quick note about this EP value, when you do click on this list, do not spend a whole lot of time looking at these EP values, as these are previous TBC values. Do not put too much weight into that at all. These are just spitballed numbers. We can get more of that when we get into the simming of actual Wrath Classic Feral Druid, but I do just want to give a big shout out to Demon Tooth. It will last you a very long time, all the way to 80. All the way to 80. And again, another shout out to Troll Woven Shoulders. These are crafted shoulders that are solid, that give a good amount of expertise in case you want to pick that up too. They're pretty reasonably cheap to craft as well, so up to you if you want to get that, but Careless Thief is going to be your BiS. In terms of Cloak BiS, Shroud of Reverberation is definitely our BiS here. We get a good amount of expertise here. Agility and attack power, of course, is coming from Halls of Stone Heroic. Although there are a couple other cloaks that are not bad, like this Violet Hold one that has some hit on it. Embrace of the Sorrow is decent as well. And even a quick shout out to Cloak of Bloody Waters. This one, if Feral is, say, your alt in this expansion, you can buy this off the auction house for dirt cheap, and it is a pretty decent pickup. Of course, your BiS best chest is going to be Heroes of the Dreamwalker. You'll just get this with Emblem of Heroism and purchase it from the vendor. Easy peasy, good stats. And we gym it with one 34 hit rating JC gym. As for bracers, we go with the Wormrest Accord Exalted bracers. These are pretty much by far and away the best bracers. Although, of course, big shout out to the Nexus BOE ones. If you want to purchase these off the auction house, just get you started. Totally fine. Staff of Trickery, definitely our best two-hand in the game. Nothing even comes close. This is definitely your period BiS. Not even close. And of course, we're going with tier gloves for the glove slot. Now, we do like getting this because we need the two-piece, because the two-piece set bonus is super good for Feral. But there are lots of good gloves to use, both for pre-raid and for phase 1 BiS. And just one quick shout out to Gloves of Immortal Dusk. Again, these are going to be amazing. You will literally use these all the way until you replace them with your tier gloves for period BiS. They're incredible gloves. I'm so sick and tired of people saying that you're going to drop Sunwell gear after level 73 or 74. No, you'll literally use this shit for a long time. It's phenomenal. Of course, there are other good gloves that you can obtain, but these two are incredible. Now for belt. The Crocodile Skin Belt coming from 40 Emblems of Heroism is super, super good and definitely mandatory for this set. Again, there are alternatives. We have Troll Woven Girdle, which is the crafted leatherworking one, which has expertise on it, which is super good, as well as the Sharp Barbed Leather Belt. This one coming off Utgard Keep Heroic. All three of these belts have a good amount of expertise and good stats on them for us Any one of these belts would be good, but Crocodilus is going to be the easiest one to obtain, the cheapest one to obtain, and has the best stats. As for legs, we go with Gored Hide leg guards. This is kind of by far the best option. The only other option we could even consider at this point is really like between the mind expanding leggings in case we really needed the expertise, although it doesn't really work with our set because we're getting expertise from other places, and of course leggings of Immortal Knight. Now, at least leggings of the Immortal Knight is providing us with some hit, which we desperately need. It's just a big downgrade in terms of overall stats though, so it's not worth it at all. But again, you can see Sunwell gear providing some very good longevity for us. And then for boots, we go with the Argent Crusade Exalted boots. Again, 66 hit rating. Come on. Mandatory. Rings, we do have a few options. Of course, the Hemorrhaging Circle is going to be the most contested and the most desirable ring for us. And then the second ring, the best one, is going to be your Band of Kirintor. However, huge shout out to Titanium Impact Band. Since the Kirintor ring costs 8.5k gold, if that is too substantial for you to spend to get this period BiS ring, which I totally understand, you can go with the JC crafted one. This one is great. It will cost you a bit as well, but it won't cost you 8.5k gold to get it crafted. As well, a couple other options could be like Ring of Scarlet Shadows, this BOE JC crafted ring as well. It's just going to be a lot cheaper than the other JC crafted ring. Morbius band coming from Colleen Stratholm Heroic is decent, and you could even get the BOE Stained Glass Shard ring from Majol Narub. Any one of those rings will be good to hold you over, at least temporarily, until you get something better. Of course, we're going with Darkwind Card Greatness, and the next best trinket after that is going to be our Mirror of Truth. This is coming from, again, Emblem of Heroism. And our idol, best slot for the phase, is going to be Idol of Ravenous Beast. Again, coming from 15 Emblem of Heroism, this is going to be a big priority for you. However, I do want to give a shout out to this idol right here. This is coming from PvP dailies in Grizzly Hills. You can knock this out in about 5-10 minutes of your time, and you get this idol. It's going to be really good for you to use for swiping, just going forward into the expansion for AoE packs, in case you don't have anything else better, if you're just like a fresh character new to it. But this is our pre-raid set. Now, for the first time in my period BiS videos, I have 2 phase 1 sets. Now let's go through each one in particular. We'll start with the agility stack one. Now this is probably going to be your most standard, your most meta, and your most simmable set that will give you the best results there. I have another set that is a full ARP set as well, and we will go through both of them. Both sets are gonna absolutely prioritize 2-piece T7. That is a really good 2-piece set bonus for us. Again, it says your rips last for an additional 4 seconds and your last rate deals an additional 5% damage. It's just the rip that we care about. We're going with Tier Helm, dropping off of KT in next 25. We go with the neck. Oops, I forgot to gem it. Here we go. This is the neck dropping off of the quest item from Saffron and finishing in EOE. This is really, really good for Feral, and Feral should be one of the prioritized classes for this neck. I would say that Feral and your Warlocks are going to be the most desirable and easiest to prioritize for that quest item. So definitely state your cases to them, as this is a phenomenal, massive neck for you. And you will use it for a long time in Ulduar. Of course, your shoulders are going to be the tier shoulders, which we can get these from emblems, so no big deal here. And they also drop in Nax. We'll get those in no time. And then Drape of the Deadly Foe is our best cloak. Now, a big shout out to Aged Winter Cloak being a really good cloak for us as well, just not BiS for this setup. Now, this chest piece coming from EOE, super, super good. It's super contested. It has a whopping 83 expertise on it. That's like ICC level expertise on one item. That's ridiculous amount of expertise. And a lot of armor pin. So this chest piece is huge. You hopefully are prioritized when this drops, although I know other classes are going to want it as well. Good luck. Good luck. I've actually hardly seen it drop as well too, so it's a pretty rare drop. So this will be a big pricey item for you to get. And then for wrists, we're going with Sinner's Bindings. These are going to be your best, dropping off of Mayexna next 25. Of course, our weapon is Journey's End. Nothing even comes close. This is a 226 eye level, dropping off KT and Nax. Of course, there are some upgrades along the way, but Journey's End is by far and away the best weapon. No surprise there. And again, no surprise here. We got 226 eye level Frosted Android handguards coming from EOE 25. These are just going to be super solid and super contested, just like the chest was from EOE. As for belt, we got the Stalk Skin belt from Nax. This drops off a couple bosses in Nax, but it is also contested, so hopefully you can get your hands on this belt. Super good. If you can't, the Emblem of Heroism one is fine. It's just, we're going to want to replace it eventually because we don't need that expertise. And Belt of the Tortured is good too. It just has too much hit for this set for what we're looking for. Leggings of the Honored. This is a really good, another contested piece for you, unfortunately. But it does come from OS 25. You should have to do OS 2 Drake minimum to get these legs. But they are really, really good. Very well itemized. And multiple classes will be wanting them. And we go with Dawnwalkers. Now, Dawnwalkers only drops off a noob in 25-man Nax. And these, unfortunately, are just kind of a rare drop to see. So just pray that you can get it. You kind of need them. They're pretty critical for the set, as it does have 50 hit. Otherwise, you'll have to go with foot wraps of Vile Deceit and make up the hit gap elsewhere, like with the Belt of the Tortured, for example. As for rings, Surge Needle Ring and Great Ring of Collision are your two best rings, and it's not even close. These are just clearly your best rings. Very clearly, and there's no doubt in my mind these are the two best rings for you. Of course, Grim Toll is going to be our best trinket, and of course, Darkwind Card Greatness is not going anywhere anytime soon. And like we said before, we're going with the Shred Idol. Now, for the Armor Pin set, the Rugs BiS, as the Druid Discord would say. Now, the difference between this set are a few items, and literally every single gem has been gemmed for Armor Pin. Just to note, every gem is for Armor Pin now. We're still going with Tier Helm. We're still going with Tier Shoulders. We're still going with the EOE neck. We do switch out for the Aged Winter Cloak, getting the Armor Pin there. Solid. Contested Cloak for sure, but you'll see multiple of them drop sometimes in one Nax run. I remember we saw one drop, I think we saw 3 drop in one next week, so it's okay. You'll get your hands on it. Again, the same cloak, or the same chest, because the expertise and Armor Pin is just too good to pass up. We do switch out the bracers for the Emblem of Valor bracers. Now, these are BOE, thankfully, so you can purchase them if you want, if this is an alt of yours, or you can just, you know, save up for it. Either way works. Journey's End is still our BiS weapon, and Frosted Android handguards are still our BiS gloves. And we do go for the hit belt, Belt of the Tortured, like we talked about before, because we do need the hit, since we are not going with the Leggings of the Honored. Instead, we're going with the tier legs, so that we can get the expertise there, and the good, these are good, good legs to throw in for Armor Pin. And of course, we're still going with Dawnwalkers, and we're going with Titanium Impact Ring now for more Armor Pins, since we don't need the hit anymore. And we got the Great Ring of Collision still, Grim Toll, Greatness, and Idol of the Ravenous Beast. Now, as for which BiS list will do more damage is up for debate. We still need more info as to what kind of BiS list is going to sim for more, and truthfully, the Armor Pin set requires a more skilled player in order to get the most out of it. You have to be able to utilize your procs and utilize your cooldowns well if you want to get the most out of an Armor Pin set. So if you want to just stick with the agility set and have a more reliable and consistent rotation that crits more and gives you more bonus and gives you more combo points, it's going to be a lot easier to play the class. Although Armor Pin, I do think, can do more. We'll just have to wait and see. Now that's it. I will leave links for these BiS lists in the video description down below for you to use. I'm looking forward to seeing more Feral Druid stuff develop as Classic Wrath comes out. I know you guys keep asking me about if I'm playing Feral in Wrath, and the truth is I don't think I'm planning on playing it a whole lot anymore. I think my days of Feral are kind of in the past at now. So just unfortunately, it's going to be an alt of mine. Maybe I'll play it in GDKPs. It won't be the same around the Twitch and around my Discord anymore without me playing Feral. Truth is, I'm just not very good at Feral. I played it a little bit and I couldn't get the hang of it and threw it away in no time. So it's not for me, and that is totally okay. But that's it. Enjoy, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.